Hello guys, it's Chase Page, and today I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be going over a topic that kind of might be touchy for some of you, because as you can tell by the title, a lot of people do it. I personally know plenty of hackers, and I know there are tons of them in the game, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about today, just how big of a problem or how many hackers are just kind of there ruining the game. Not necessarily ruining it, but making it less enjoyable. And that's kind of what I want to go over this video. So, topic number one I want to go over is how it's unfair and it makes the game boring for the hacker. Hackers, it's kind of like, it's really weird because, yes, you do get better at the game, and kind of. You don't actually get better at playing the game, you just get better stuff, and you look like you're better at the game because you're never going to die because you auto-nexus. It's funny because I've done some dungeons before where I'm talking on Discord and then people are like, oh crap, I nexused, and they're like all surprised that they nexused, and it was like, yeah, you totally just didn't auto-nexus and shouldn't be dead, and that's legit playing the game. Yeah, that's just kind of unlegit, and it's like, if you if you play that way for a long time and you get used to never dying, the game will get boring. I played with a hacker in my guild. I'm not going to call him out. He's kicked out of the guild now. But I played with him and he called the game boring. And I was like, why is it boring? Because it's too easy. And, well, duh. It's too easy. If you hack and you don't die, then there's no way for it to be hard. A game can't be hard if you're completely defeating the purpose of the game. Dying is actually one of the best parts about Realm. There is no game that actually has permadeath as big as Realm. Almost all games you respawn. Counter-Strike, League, I don't know very many big permadeath games where at least you get some of your life back or some of your stuff back. You got Agario, but that you don't really get a personal attachment to Blob or Slither or whatever. Those are just like trendy flash games that die off. You're not really going to get attached to those things. But so the problem is that it gets boring fast for hackers, and hackers are a lot more likely to quit because the game's going to get more boring, because it's not like they don't have to actually try anymore, and when you don't have to try at something, it's not worth your time, and that's why hackers tend to quit the game more. Now, next up I want to go over why they kind of also ruin the game for others. So I was talking about the same guy. Not all hackers are terrible, but he came into our shatters thinking that he could rush second boss. He was on a rogue. He had perfectly fit gear. I think he was a 6'8" or something like that. And he tried rushing through, got all the way to the end, and then got destroyed by semi-sedeps and whatnot. Auto-nexused out, reconnected, tried to go back again, and super overspawned everything. It fucked up the shatters for my guild. It wasted $2 of someone's money. Actually, it might have been mine because I might have popped that. Wasted $2. I've barely made that much off of AdSense in the past year. 7 months, and I've made like $2 because monetizing for a Realm of the Mad God YouTuber doesn't go very well, but that's a whole nother topic. But so he wasted pretty much 2 of my dollars, except for we did first boss, but what do you get out of first boss? Like a 1 in 10 chance of someone getting a top? Or Ring of Decades, a 1 in 50 chance. I don't know. No one got anything from first boss. He tried to rush. He overspawned. We managed to clear it out with 2 of us left, and we had to do Rage, and one of us popped from the Raged Twilight Mage. A second boss. I always call it second boss. But one of us died to the Ice Sphere, and I had to Nexus because I couldn't solo it because I was on a like 1-8 warrior or something with max dex, so I had no chance. I didn't have a sea sword or anything. I couldn't get close enough. I'm sure it's possible, but I'm just not good enough at that point yet. I'm not comfortable doing rage. So yeah, that completely screwed up my money, and we didn't have a chance at getting gemstone, more tops, life, mana, and it was just all out the door because the hacker was too confident in himself. And he said the game was too easy, but yet he can't rush second switch and has to screw up the dungeon for everyone else. Some of the smaller topics or smaller points where they ruin the game for legit people is when you're farming sprite worlds on like a PPE or another character, and you go in and you're just like, oh wow, this is great. I got a sprite world all to myself. It's or like it's just a duo sprite world or something, and the guy's just gone in before you. You take a little while to load in, and he's already at the boss halfway dead. And he literally just went in before you, and he's like a knight or something, and the path was like a long path to get to the boss, and he just no clips straight there. And worse, when you actually catch people no clipping, and they're on a non-planewalker rogue or something, or like a ghost rum something, and they just ghost rum up, just walk through and then just kill Lyman. It's absolutely like, it just ruins the game. That's just one of the ones that is completely inexcusable, and it's like, really, it's that bad. Now, there are some instances where hackers actually can be good. In the shatters, killing some of the switches, it can be nice to have a hacker to shoot through a wall. Killing certain enemies, yeah, it can be nice to have no debuffs on, and it can help get through enemies, and he can protect people. But then again, it makes the game more boring because you're not actually playing the game. You're just playing a version of the game that's made super easy. You're basically playing on easy mode, and people that are actually good on the game shouldn't need easy mode. If you're White Star, you shouldn't need hacks. Yellow Star, you shouldn't need hacks. Orange Stars, maybe you're developing your play and you're trying to get to 6/8 and whatnot. You shouldn't need hacks still. Light Blue Stars, they're usually trash unless they bought their account or something like that. Yeah, it's a mule or something. Light Blue Stars are just weird. I don't know what to say. Don't be a light blue star. Just fame farm 2 characters and get yourself out of blue star, please. Just do yourself a favor. Sorry. Yeah, that's kind of off topic, but just hacking has become such a constant problem. You'll be in the fame train and you'll see Godwall come up and 5 Medusa bombs land in the same spot. Snap of a finger. Like 20 people are gone. Auto nexus. 1 person dies, like an 8/8. So you know that if they weren't hacking, they would be dead. And that's kind of how it's breaking the game. Death has become, the amount of deaths have become a lot less, or the amount of deaths has gone down because more and more people are hacking. Kabam left the game in shambles, and quite honestly, people forgot that it was against the rules to hack. It's not a part of the TOS. Just like int setting, dragging, stuff like that, that's all breaking the rule, as should be treated as hacking, or should be treated at least somewhat equally. Now, you do get caught hacking, and you get like a 2-week ban. Fiddy, for example, he's a good player without hacks. I don't know why he decided to use them. He shouldn't need them. Decided to hack, he got a 2-week ban, and then he's back. And it served as a punishment, and I don't think he's doing it anymore. And if he is, that's kind of dumb, because he can probably get banned longer for doing it again. And if you are not a hacker and you do not like hackers, I actually kind of recommend you report people. Now, I'm not going to be a snitch on any of my guildies that I catch hacking for the first time. I will give them a warning, and if I catch them hacking in-game, then I'll give them a boot out. And if they do it again, like they rejoin the guild for some reason and then they do it again, I might actually decide to report them. But if it's not that big of a deal, it's not ruining my life, it's not ruining theirs, then I don't see a huge problem with it in all actuality. But it does make the game more boring, and people that hack are actually more likely to quit. So that's my standpoint on hacking. I'd love to hear your thoughts on hacking in the comments below. Tell me if you think it should be punished harder than just a 2-week ban, and tell me if people should report it more. I'm going to put a straw poll in the description below saying, is hacking good or bad? And I want you to go vote. I'm not expecting many votes, but I want you, or not good or bad, because it's not that good, but just if it's acceptable. And so that's really all I have for this video. Check me out on Twitch. It's TSPage or TSPage7. Look either one of those up. You might be able to find me. I'm going to be online a lot, but thanks. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and peace.
in the meadow, just shaking his fist at some boys who were down by the creek. Their feet in the water, their hands on their marbles and playthings,